Everyone,
Recorded.
let's go ahead and start. Let's recap yesterday's one and we'll continue on top of it. Yesterday, we started with agent and we understood what all agent can do. And then we spent some time to understand what is AI terminology, agent terminology, AI agent, agentic AI, and you can recap this diagram. Then finally, we started creating the agent. Agent is a software or system which can do many things. What it can do the dynamic decisions, it can remember, it can have tools, it can talk to the external APIs, it can talk to the internet and do many activities. That is what we started practicing. For that, if you observe here, this is what we were doing before. This is just like asking a question and model means LLM, responding for that question. And we are using that results. This is what it is. But the AI is more than that. What is the meaning of more than that? That we discussed and understood. Now it's time to create the AI agents. For that, we are considering different scenarios. For that, we are considering different scenarios. One scenario is, let's say I have a prompt like this. Let's say I have a prompt like this and I am expecting some results. Assume that this is the results. I have a prompt like this and I am expecting some results. Assume that this is the results. Okay, the prompt is what? Add 10, 11, 12, then divide by 5. This is the prompt, this is the input. Then I should expect the results as 6.6. Then in this case, I am driving scenario 1. I am putting scenario 1. The scenario 1 is like, here we have lots of math, right? Let all the work, when I say all the work, here mathematical work done by the model. Let all the work means mathematical work done by the model. How? We just written the code for that. So this is the code for it and we executed. So when we execute it, we are getting the response and that response is having 6.6 is the results. And if you observe this scenario 1, okay, this scenario 1, okay, this scenario 1 AI response or AI message, this scenario 1 AI response or AI message, if you see here, the tool calls, okay, so there is a tool calls, right? You can just search with the tool, yeah, you can see there is a tool calls and tool calls are empty. Tool calls are empty. Tool calls are empty means all the work, all the math done by the all the math done by the model. All the work, all the thing done by the model. That's it. That is the scenario 1. Then scenario 2 is same prompt and for that we understood this flow also. Okay, this is the flow we understood. So this is the program we have written and there is a, in that program, there is a invoke method. So when invoke method come into the picture, then LangChain capture all the prompt information, then talk to the corresponding, send to the or create the OpenAI request and send to the model. Model, you can see it is doing the math 10 plus 11 plus 12, 13. Then, sorry, 33. 33, then it has to divide by 5, 6.6. That is the one it is generating. That is the one which kept in the AI message. From the AI message, we are taking and displaying. That is what we can see here. That's it. Now, scenario 2 is, so here we have the challenges. We are completely depend on model response. We are completely depend upon LLM. These LLMs, these models are trained data. It's not a up-to-date data. It will not have day-to-day data. For example, I am asking explain India's top news. So if you see here right now we are using a GPT 4.1 which was trained May 2024. After that it is not having any latest data. So if I ask what is yesterday's gold price, it may not give. If I ask ChennaReddyTraining or ChennaRRRS, it may not give because it might have, might not have. That means if we simply depend upon model, then accuracy may not be there. Accuracy is not guaranteed. That's why accuracy is not guaranteed. These are all what we covered yesterday. Then what to do? Then what to do? The answer is we can create our own tools, our own functions, write the logic. How to do that? For that, we put a scenario 2 or we created scenario 2. Scenario 2 is same prompt I am taking. Okay, same prompt I am taking and we get the response. But this response let our tool do, our function will do. So that means in the scenario 1, all the work, math work done by the model. Now in the scenario 2, all the math work, let our tool will do, our function will do. Then what model will do? Model will decide which tool to call, when to call. That is what we understood. For that we have written the code. This is the code we have written and we execute this code. You can see here, these are all the tools. And once you write the tools, you put the tools in the list. Then with that tool list, you can invoke the you can invoke the model first. So you create the tools, put the tools in the list, then bind that tools to the model, bind that tools to the model. Then you can invoke the model with that tool list by passing the user prompt. So we invoked. Once we invoke, then we get the AI response, right? I just printed. So here we are writing the loop to iterate and find out all the possibilities. That AI response might have the tool list. Then if the tool list, then call the corresponding tools and calculate the things. This is what the program we have written yesterday. And if I run this program, we got the answer. Now if you see the answer, the first one is what? It is going and invoking the model with the tool list. It is going and invoking the model with the tool list, line number 40. That will give the response. That response I just printed here. You can see line number 41. So now if you see the response, now if you see the response, so here we have the tools, right? Then model should suggest the tools. So that's why if you go and see the tool calls, there should be, yeah, you can see there is a tool calls. Okay, tool calls. So it is clearly suggesting there is a name called add to, which can do the sum of three numbers, which can do the sum of two numbers. Then there is a tool called RRRS div, which can do the division. Like this, it is suggesting all the tools. Like this, it is suggesting all the tools. So that means model is the one we sent to the we inform the model, hey, I have the tool for addition, I have the tool for division. You don't do it, you only decide it when to call, what to call. If you see here, here we have many tools, right? Okay, there is a add one, there is a add two, there is a RRRS div. It is suggested only these two tools, add to RRRS div. Why it is not suggesting add one? Because based on the description, it will understand what it will do. So that's why right now sum of three numbers is required, not sum of two numbers or addition of two numbers. That's why it is not telling. So therefore, we pass all the tool information. We invoke the model with the tool information. We invoke the model with the tool information. That's nothing but line number 40. If we invoke the model with the tool information. Now, model is deciding out of all these tools, which tools are needed for the current task. What is the current task? This is the current task. Now it is deciding. Okay, it is deciding. Even though we have many tools, it is deciding for a current task. First, call the add to, then call the division, like that. So that's why we are checking. Okay, if you see here, we are checking, are there any tool calls? If tool calls, let's go and execute the tool calls. So there is a for loop because we can have multiple tool calls. Execute it and display the results. So you can see first addition is executed. That's why you can see line number 58. So addition is done. 33 is coming. Then there is a one more tool called RRRS div that is executed. Okay, invoke. invoke tool args. Tool args means that tool list. Okay, then division is done. Once division is done, then you can see there is a request again to the model. Okay, so this is the second request. In the second request, then we are getting the response, right? In that response, observe the tool calls. You can see tool calls are empty. That means no action is required. Tool calls are empty, no action is required. If no action is required, that means that is the final response. So we are displaying the final response. We are displaying the final response. That's it. That's it. So here there are two calls to the model. First one is with the prompt, and with the prompt and the tool list. Then AI has model has suggested go and do all these activities. Done. Once those are all done, okay. Once those are all done, then so we are sending that information to the model again. We are sending that information to the model again. Now model is responding. Is there any additional activities required for the current task? No. Tool list. No tool list means no activity. So that means that is the final. That final results we are displaying. That final results, final answer we are displaying. That's it. That is what we have done in the second scenario. For that, this is the flow. Okay. For that, this is the flow. You can see here. Can you observe the flow, please? Or I will take this into the paint. Okay, you can see this is the okay. So this is the code we have written, and in that there is a invoke. Once invoke, then LangChain model. Okay, invoke. Then LangChain is coming to the picture based on the prompt, based on the tools. So you can see this is the prompt, this is the tools. With all that information, it's creating a API request, HTTPS API request that will send the information to the model. Now model understands what is the prompt and what are the tools and decides what to call, when to call. So first based on the prompt, based on the input, based on the prompt, based on the input, call the addition, then call the RRRS division, like that. So that is the information it is returning back. That is the information it is returning back. Now addition got executed. Once addition got executed, we have some information, right? That is kept in the tool message. There is a AI message, there is a human message, tool message. Okay, AI message means the response coming from model. Human message means the one what we entered. Tool message means the calculations. Okay, then again this second method got executed, division. Okay, second method got executed, division, and that information again kept in the tool messages. That information again kept in the tool messages, you can see. Okay, tool messages. These are all the logic basically. And you are appending every time the user prompt with all the calculated values. With all the calculated user prompt appended with all the information. Okay, so then this is how you are trying to invoke the tools, and the tool results anyway we displayed. And you can see this tool message, line number 62. So once addition is done, we are keeping that results in the tool message. Then once the division is done, we are keeping that results in the tool message. That content we are keeping in the tool message. Like this, we are after execution of each tool, that results we are keeping in the tool messages. That's what the step is about. Now once all the tools are done, then again we are sending a request to the model. Again we are sending a request to the model with all that information. So you can see the information here. So human message is going, tool message is going. Tool message means the results of addition, results of division, all are going. That's why two tool messages are there. All are going to the model. Now model is deciding based on the prompt, are we done the work? If done the work, then the results kept in the AI messages. The results kept in the AI messages, and that is what we are going to display. And we can check if no tool calls, no more execution, and we can display the corresponding results. Print to final answer. That's it. So if no tool calls, you can see line number 45. If no tool calls, that means we are good. Then we are displaying that final response. That is what you can see here. This is the flow we discussed. This is what I want to recap once. In the notes also you have everything. All right, let's jump on to the next one. So in case of scenario 1, all the work done by the model. In case of scenario 2, all the work, math work done by the tools. Now what is the scenario 3? So this is the scenario 1. Okay. Then this is the scenario 2, all the work done by the tools. Next, scenario 3 or case 3. What is the scenario 3 or case 3? Yes, sir. I want work done by the tools, but I want to use third-party tools. Okay. I want to use third-party tools like a web search. I want to go to internet and search it. I want to go to the internet and search it. I want to go to the, let's say prompt is like this here. So if the prompt is like add numbers and all, yes, you can do it. What about if the prompt is like this? Okay, so let's consider the scenario for third one. Third one scenario is what happened. So explain ChennaRRRS, ChennaReddyTraining. Explain ChennaReddyTraining or tell about ChennaReddyTraining in 2 bullets. Okay, 2 bullet points. So this is the prompt. If this is the prompt, okay, if this is the prompt, tell me is model is having answer? May or may not be. But if I go to the Google, and type uh, ChennaReddyTraining or ChennaReddyRRS. So am I getting the answer? Yes, you can see we are getting the answer. So that means in the internet information is available. In internet information is available. In internet information is available. So I want to use this. You got the requirement, right? The third requirement is what? Scenario 3 is what? Assume that the prompt is tell about ChennaReddyTraining in 2 bullets. Model may not be having a answer for this because why model, GPT model may capture all my information. May or may not be, right? So here there is no guarantee. So I just went to the google.com and typed it. So in the internet, my information is available. In the internet, my information is available. I want to read this. And use it. Okay. So therefore, if I go and type this one, then we have the answer. This is called web search. Okay. Then we have the answer. So therefore, I want to use web search. Okay. So third scenario is custom web search. See, that means that is our web search, custom web search tool. Okay, custom web search tool, I want to do it. Custom web search tool, what it will do? It will go and search in the internet, get the information and display. How? How can I do the custom web search tool? For that, we can use ToolsTavily API. ToolsTavily API. So please remember this, model may not have all the information. Model will have only trained information, limited information. So based on the scenario, you can write your own tools, you can write your own math, you can talk to the third party also. Custom web search. So I want to write a custom web search tool. Tool means function. What this should do, it will go to the internet and get the information. What this should do, it will go to the internet and get the information. How it is possible? Using Tavily API. We can use Tavily APIs. So therefore, in a simple word, what is a Tavily API or what is a Tavily? So if anyone asks what is Tavily, it's a it's a API designed specifically for AI agents to perform web search. That means query in internet, query the data from internet, query the data from internet, and retrieve information dynamically. Retrieve the information dynamically. That's about the Tavily. We'll see how to use it. So you got the requirement, right? Third scenario is custom web search. Why I need to do custom web search? Let's say the prompt is something like this. Let's say the prompt is something like this. If the prompt is like this, model may not have all the latest information. So then what you need to do? I just searched in the internet. Yes, there is the information. This is the one I want to use it. This is the one I want to use it. Now, if this is the one I want to use it, there should be some API can talk to the internet and get the information, right? For that, I am using Tavily API. What is the Tavily API? It is a API specifically designed for AI agents to perform the web search. So that means you typing ChennaRRRS, this will be searched in the internet. Get the data from the internet. Query the data from internet and retrieve the information dynamically. Retrieve the information dynamically. And that is the one I want to use it. That is the one I want to use it. That is the one I want to use it. Now let's see how to do that. So you got the third requirement, right? So third requirement is covering many scenarios. If anyone asks, explain custom web search, how to do custom web search, what is the Tavily API? The answer is same. For this, step number one is, as I want to use the Tavily API, obviously we need the key. So therefore, step number one is get a Tavily API key and put in .env file. Put in .env file. This is the step number one. How do I do that? For that, you can go to this link, tavily.com. You can go there. You can sign in. Okay. You can sign up. You can sign up and log in. So I already have an account. So I click on login. I click on login. I already have an account. I click on login. Now you can see there is a API keys here. There is an API keys here. You can use the default one or you can create a new one also. You can create a use default one or new one also, no problem. So as a default one is there, we can use it. You can see there is a default one, or you can also create a new API key. You can see here, there is a plus symbol. You can do that, or you can use the default one. So I'll just use the default one. So therefore, I will copy this. Copy this. So you can see copied API key. Then go to our environment file. Go to an environment file, and this name is mandatory. Tavily underscore API underscore key. Further, the value is the one which we copied just now. So in a simple word, create the line number 5. Create the line number 5. That's it. In a simple word, create the line number 5. That means now we have the Tavily API key. So once we have the key, then we can able to talk to that APIs, pass our information, get the responses, and use the response. Okay, next. So if you see here, Tavily is a third party, right? third-party library. So we need to install it. Tavily is the third-party library. We need to install it. How to install it? You can see this is the one you need to install it. Copy this. Go to our code. Create any one cell. Okay. Create any one cell. Paste it and execute it. I already executed, so I have it. So then we are good. That's about installation of the libraries. Once installation of the libraries is done, now what you need to do? You need to start writing the code. You need to start writing the code. So that means you need to start writing the tools. Same as second example, second scenario. Now, third one is code it. Third one is code it. So if you observe the scenario 2, what all we coded, please observe here. In the scenario 2, we have written the tools. Let's recap the steps in the scenario 2. Same thing we'll do it, but a little different for the third scenario. Scenario 2 steps. What are the steps? First one is imported the libraries. Imported required libraries. This is the importing the required libraries. Then we have written the tools. Okay, write the tools. Correct. Then tools we kept in the list. Okay, put tools in the list. Put tools in list. That is also we have done. After that, bind the tools with the model. Bind the tools with the model. Bind tools. Then invoke it. Okay, then invoke it. Invoke the model. Bind tools dot invoke, right? Bind tools dot invoke. So we invoke the model. Then it is suggesting the tools. So therefore, we need to loop and execute all the tools and put the tools output in the tool message. Put output in tool message. That is what we have done. So you can see it is giving after invoke, it is giving the list of the tools. We are iterating. You can see we are iterating and calling each tool. That tool executed. The tool results we are keeping in the tool message. So you can see we are keeping in the tool message. Once all the tools are completed, then there is a request to the model again. Now this time tools are not required. Task is completed. So no tool calls. If no tool calls, we are displaying final message. These are the steps we have done. For the second scenario, if you recap the second scenario, these are the steps we have done. Same thing we'll do now. Same thing we'll do, but little different, right? Based on the current scenario. Same thing we'll do, but little different based on the current scenario. Okay, we'll see that. Okay, we'll see that. So instead of writing all the code, what I will do is that I will just use the code so that we can save the time. I will just use the code so that we can save the time. Okay, I am just copying the required one. You can, I will try to show you the comparison. Code is same, only web search, that's it. So I just pasted the code. Now look at the, compare with the second one. Second one is, second scenario is what? First import the libraries. For the third scenario also, we imported the libraries. And here we also need to import the Tavily library because we want to use the web search. That's why Tavily API. That also you import it. That is the additional step. Remaining are same. Now you need to create a Tavily client. So create a Tavily client. After that, earlier what we did, we have written the tools, right? Now also you write the tool. You can see line number 13. I am writing RRRS web search. This is the tool. And give the description. This is the tool and give the description. Okay, what is the description? Search the web using the query passed and return the results. Like this, give the proper description. Once that is done, then you can invoke the Tavily API, line number 15. That client dot search. Then pass your information. And you can see max results equal to 5. That means it is going to return top 5 results. So if you see in the google.com, when I type ChennaRRRS, there can be many results, right? ChennaReddyTraining. If I type, there can be many results. There can be many results. It is returning top 5. That's the meaning of this. It is searching in the web and returning top 5 results. That I kept in this particular variable, or that is kept in this RRRS results and returning. That is the tool we have written. So now let's come back here. So import the libraries, write the tool. So we have written the tool. Earlier, for performing addition, we have written the tool. Now, to do the web search, we have written the tool. That's it. That is only the difference. Remaining all same. Now you can see the next step is what? Put the tools in the list. You can see. Put the tools in the list and map it. Same code. Next is what? Bind the tools. Okay, you can see next is bind the tools. Line number 27. Next is what? With the binded tools, do the invoke. With the binded tools, do the invoke. Or you can see here, line number same as second one, line number 40. With the tools, binded tools, do the invoke. That means model invoke. Now model invoke suggests give the tools, right? It will give the tools. Okay, it will give the tools. That tools we are checking is model is returning the tools. If yes, go and execute the tools. Tool results you keep in the tool messages. And repeat it until we have the tools. Repeat it until we have the tools. Then once everything is ready, then do one more model request. Send one more model request. Send one more model request. And this time we will not have tools. Okay, if no tools, then display the final results and come out. That's the logic we have. Between second scenario and third scenario, difference is what? In the second scenario, we have written the tools to perform the math. Now in the third scenario, we have written the tool to perform the web search. That's it. Only scenario is different. Steps are same. Only scenario is different. Steps are same. Now let's execute and see whether this is giving the results. So here, let me print AI message equal to, I'm just printing this, AI message equal to this, and so on. Now let's execute this. Okay, done. Now you can see the query is what? Tell about ChennaRRRS in 3 bullets. That's the query. That's the prompt. Now you can see we got 3 prompts. ChennaReddyTraining training offers artificial intelligence training, that, this and all. And it's giving 3 bullets also. You can see clearly. Yes, we are getting the response. But this response is not from the model. It's from the web search. How did we do the web search? Using Tavily API. Using Tavily API. You can see line number 15. That's it. Now let's understand it. Okay, first what are we trying to do? Let's see the flow now. So we created a web search tool and put in the list and mapped it. After that we binded with the model. Then Then we are trying line number 35. Line number 35. We are trying to invoke the model with that binded tool list. Right? And the prompt. Line number 35. Now what model will do? It will understand the prompt and it will understand, oh, this guy has written the tool. Let me see for the current scenario what tools are required. That list it will return. So that's why if you go and observe this AI message, if you go and observe the AI message, if you go and observe the AI message, scenario 3. So let's see that is having tools. Yes, you can see that tool is nothing but web search. That tool is nothing but web search. Okay, all right. Now we are checking, are we having the tools? Are we not having the tools? No, we are having the tools. If we are having the tools, then with the tool name and the tool args, call the corresponding tool. Line number 50. Line number 50. That will execute this RRRS web search with the query. Okay, what is the query? Tell about ChennaRRRS in 3 bullets. And it is giving top 5 results. That is the one which we are keeping in the RRRS response. Okay, in the RRRS response. That is available in the results. Okay, that results I kept in the tool messages. That results I kept in the tool messages. Now, are we having any more tools? No, right? If no, then again we are invoking the two requests will be there to the models. Again, we are invoking the model because this loop is completed. Again, we are invoking the model. Again, we are invoking the model with all the information. What is the meaning of all information? With the prompt and the tool messages, all the information. We will see that list. We will see that list of how that is executed. But try to understand it, okay? Then we are trying to invoke again one more time. That's why you can see there is one more AI message. There is one more AI message. Now, there is one more AI message. Now, web search is already done. Okay, we already have the results. Now, do we need the tools? No, tools should be empty. You can see tool calls are empty. Okay, tool calls are empty. If tool calls are empty, let's go to the code. If tool calls are empty, display the results. Line number 41. So display the results. See, it's coming in 3 bullets. Display the results and break. That means this is coming out. That's what exactly happened. That's what exactly happened. That's it. That's why if you see the flow, okay, if you see the flow of this is the flow. Same one, but it is little custom web search. That's it. Okay. Now this is what your code. Sorry. Okay. This is what your code, and there is a invoke method. Okay. Yeah. Model.invoke that will take a user prompt and a tool list and create the request. Now coming to the model. Now model based on the request, based on the prompt, model is trying to understand, are there any tools with the code? Yes, there is a tool with the code. Then it is telling that, hey, it is telling that you go ahead and execute the tool. Let's go ahead and execute the tool. Now tool got executed. That tool results we are keeping where? That tool results we are keeping in the, you can see. That tool results we are keeping in the AI messages. Once all these tools are executed, then we are sending again request to the model. Okay, so again we are sending the request to the model. Now, okay, now model understands, okay, based on the prompt, based on the current information, am I having enough information? If I have enough information, let me massage it and put the final results in the AI message. From the AI message, we will take and display. From the AI message, we'll take and display. That's it. That's what execution flow. That's what execution flow. So that's why in these scenarios, there are two model calls. If anyone asks a question, for the scenario two, okay, for scenario two, how many calls are there? Model calls how many? 2. Tool calls how many? 2. Model calls 2. Tool calls also 2. Right? That's it. Now for scenario 3, how many model calls? 2 model calls. How many model calls? 2 model calls. And tool calls 1. That's nothing but web search. That's nothing but web search. Like this, we can see. And this is what the flow diagram. Now let's come back to the nodes and see. So this is the nodes, right? We are trying to do the custom web search using Tavily. What is the Tavily API or what is the Tavily? It's a API designed specifically to perform the web search. How to do that? Just now we have seen. And so on. Now, what Tavily provides, you can see, it provides the search results, summarize the content, it has the URLs and so on. What is the purpose of it? Just now we have seen. It will get the real-time information from the web. Okay, that's it. Then we created an API for it and kept that API in the environment variable. After that, we need to import this LangChain Tavily API libraries we have done. Then we have coded. And this is what the response we have. This is what the response we have. That's it. Okay, next. Scenario 4. Let's recap all the scenarios. Scenario 1 is what? Let everything. Okay, these are the scenarios we have done till now. Now scenario 4 is powerful. That is what the direction. Scenario 4 is the powerful. That is what the direction. In case of scenario 1, all the work, math work done by the models. Nothing. Scenario 2 is what? All the work done by tools, our functions. Scenario 3 is what? All the work done by, okay, that means search all the work done by tools, but external tools. That means custom web search. For that we have used the Tavily API. How to use the Tavily API, all these things also we understood. Now if you see scenario 2 or scenario 3. Okay, scenario 2 or scenario 3. What did we do? Okay, scenario 2 or scenario 3. What did we do? Let's understand once. Same steps we have done, right? What are the steps we have done? Let's recap once. First, imports the libraries. Second one is created tools. Third one is what? Created tools. Then put in list. Tools put in list and map it. After that, fourth one is what? With the tool list, binded tool list, we have performed the invoke method. Next, LLM. That means model is deciding the tools. And is sending back with the tool information. Next is what? Sixth one. We are checking tool calls, right? We are writing that loops. You remember? So we are writing these loops, checking the tool calls and executing tools. Okay. Then finally, one more call to model. Then that tells are we sufficient, are we good? Okay. Then model respond back. Model response. And that does not have no tool calls. Then we are good. And displayed the results. This is what we have done, right? Okay, no tool call, then display the results. You can see. If no tool calls, display the results, we come out. So this is what we have done for scenario 2 and scenario 3. Now if you observe here, we are doing manually. Oh, okay. Let me see what are the tool calls. And we are executing manually. So here lots of manual work, lots of loop work we have done, which is not required if you go with the agent model. We can automate this loop by using agent. That's the fourth scenario. Okay, so the scenario is what? Fourth scenario is what? Scenario 2. Okay, in scenario 2, and scenario 3, in scenario 3, we manually, okay, we manually find tools, find tool calls, okay, then execute them, execute tools, then put in the tool messages, put in tool messages, that loop basically, and invoke again. Like this we have done lots of manual work, lots of manual work done. So we can automate. So scenario 4 is, or case 4, we can automate, okay, we can automate this work. We can automate this work by using agent. So that is called create underscore agent. This is the real example. This is the practical, this is the one which we will use in the real time. But to understand what are all happening, yes, step number scenario 2, scenario 3 required to understand what is happening behind. But in the real application, we can directly go to the agent, create agent. So therefore, automate the work by using agent. That's nothing but create agent. That means we don't need to write this loop. These are all we can automate it. So scenario 4 is we can automate this work. Scenario 4 is this loop is not required. We can automate it. Okay, so this loop is not required. Okay, so we can automate. How? By using agent. Agent, that's nothing but create underscore agent. By using agent, that's nothing but create underscore agent. By using agent, that's nothing but create underscore agent. That's the scenario 4. I hope you are clear with the requirement. I hope you are clear with the requirement. All right. Create agent is the one which automatically manages all this information. So if anyone asks a question, okay, if anyone asks a question, what create underscore agent do? If anyone asks a question, what create underscore agent will do? So just now I told, right? It automatically manages all the messages. That means automatically, okay, manages the complete reasoning. Okay, then tool calling tools, all this work, the basically loop work it will do. That's it. Okay, tool calling, then tool execution. Okay, then observation, if anything is required, more is required. Okay, then final answering, final answer loop. Like this it will perform all the work. Basically that loop work is done by that particular method. That's it. That loop work done by that particular method. That's it. All right. Now let's see the code for this. Let's see the code for this. Okay. So now let's see the code for this. I will just copy the code so that we can save the time. I'm just copying the code so that we can save the time. It's just the same as before, but we'll write some more additional things. That's it. All right. Now I am just taking this, go here, paste it, or create a new cell and paste it. Now first we are trying to import the libraries and we are trying to call the Tavily API for web search. And we also have some normal methods. So normal tools, web search tool we have. So therefore, what are all the different things we have here? So there is a add one tool. So these are the tools we are writing. So there is a add one tool. There is a add two tool. Then what else we have? RRRS div tool. That means addition of two numbers, addition of three numbers. Then division. There is a web search tool. There is a web search tool. Like this, we have the tools. Then once we have the tools, then what we need to do next? We need to put in the tool. We need to put in the steps are same here. So if you recap the steps, imports, create tools, put the tools in the list and map it. Put the tools in the list and map it. Okay. Then in the earlier situation, we have written the loop and doing all the activities manually that we don't need now. Instead of that, I am going to use the create agent. You can see here, please. That's where the logic got changed. Now you can see line number 50. Remaining is same as before only. Line number 50. What is the line number 50? Just give me a second. This is not required. Okay. So what is the line number 45? Create agent. Now for the agent, I am telling what is the model to use. Obviously, this is the model to use, right? Then what are the tools to use? These are the tools to use. Tool list. Here, tool list. What are the models to use? What are the tools to use? And what is the prompt? Okay. What is the prompt? What are the models to use? What are the tools to use? What are the prompt? And you can see in the prompt. So this is the system prompt basically. In the system prompt, I am telling you are expertise. You are expertise doing the math and doing the web search. That means I am setting the tone. I am setting the tone. This we discussed already. What is the meaning of system messages, user messages, all those things. System message means setting the tone. So therefore, I am creating an agent by informing what is the model to use, what are the tools to use, and what is the system behavior. What is the tone of the behavior? That's it. Then with that create agent, I am invoking the model. With that create agent, I am invoking the model. With that create agent, I am invoking the model. Let me delete this once and execute till that. Let me delete that and execute till that. What happened? Here is the code. Okay. This is the code. Okay. I execute till that. That means create agent. Now you can see. So I created an agent, right? Create agent and I passed what is the model available, what are the tools available. Now you can see it start, it will go to the model and the model is the one which is deciding the tools. Model is the one which is deciding the tools, execute the tools and coming out. Because of line number 50, it got printed like that. If I remove the line, that is just a printing, how the agent is. Okay, that is just a printing, how the agent is. RRRS underscore agent. That's the agent we created. That what that agent is doing, it's taking my model, it's taking my tools and doing something. How it is doing, you can see the picture. Start, then it is going to the models and it is identifying what tools are required for the current scenario. Execute the tools, if no tools coming out. That's what we practiced, right? In the scenario 2, scenario 3, that is what we practiced. That's why there are two model requests. That's why there are two model requests. That's it. Now, okay, now that's it. That is about this. Next, with that agent, I am invoking. With that agent, I am invoking the model. With that agent, I am invoking the model. Please try to understand. With that agent, I am invoking the model. How? By passing the message, user message. So this is the system message. Now I am passing the user message. User message is what? Add three numbers, then multiply by 4. Add three numbers, multiply by 4. Then tell about ChennaReddyTraining training in 2 bullets. Like this I have written. Like this I have written. Okay, please observe here. Like this I have written. Now, if you observe here, okay, like this we have written. If you observe here, and I am printing the response. Now execute it. I am printing the response. Execute it. Okay, let me do one thing. This I will put in the next cell so that you can see the picture. Okay, create agent structure. Then let's create one more cell and put it here so that you know what is happening. Okay, with the create agent, I am trying to invoke the model. Now you can see there are so many messages, back and forth messages. This is what we discussed in the scenario 2. This is what we discussed in the scenario 3. Now I did not write the loop. Internally all are happening. I did not write the loop. Internally all are happening. That's the power of create agent. That's the power of create agent. Just give me a second.
This conference will now be recorded.
Let's continue. So now you can see here, we created an agent with a system message, tools, and a model. And that is how the structure internally created. That means that's how it's considered internally. Then what we are trying to do? We are trying to invoke the model with that agent by passing the user message. Now here user message is what? You can see the prompt. This is the prompt or user message. Can you please observe here once? Let's go back here. Let's go back here. So these are the tools we have, and this is what my prompt. These are the tools we have, and this is what my prompt. These are the tools we have, and this is what my prompt. Now tell me first sum. Okay. For addition, we have the tool. Then multiply. For multiply, am I having a tool? For multiply, am I having a tool? No. Then tell about ChennaRRRS, web search. There is a tool. So that means this work done by the tool, you can see the how it is internally. This work done by tool, which is nothing but add tool. Then there is a multiply, right? Multiply by 4 should done by what? Model. Done by model. Then tell about ChennaReddy. This should be done by again tool, which is nothing but custom web search. Okay, so this is a custom web search. This is how internal execution should be. This is how internal execution should be. Now let's see that is happening or not. Okay, let's see whether that is happening or not. First, we are trying to invoke. Okay, we are trying to invoke the model with this message, right? Now requests go to the model. Now model is responding with this AI message. So this is the human message. Human message means whatever we created, we sending. Then AI is responding with this line number 2. Line number 2. Now let's go to the line number 2, paste it here. If I paste it here, then observe the tool calls. There should be two calls. One is addition of three numbers. Another one is web search. You can see. Another one is web search. There are two calls. That's it. There is no multiplication. Multiplication is done by the model. So therefore, there are two calls. So that's why you can see line here 3. One is addition, another one is web search. And the results kept in the tool messages. That's what we did manually in case of scenario 2 and scenario 3. Now we don't need to do. You just write this line number 5 by using create agent or agent create. By using create agent. Then all these things are happening internally, you can see. So this is the one which we are sending human message. This is the one we are getting the response from model. Now model is suggesting two tools, you can see. Model is suggesting two tools. That is the tool 1 executed, that's nothing but addition kept in the tool messages. Tool 2 executed, that is web search, and kept in the tool messages. With this all information, again there is a request to the model. With this all information, again there is a request to the model. Now model will decide, okay, oh, addition of 3 numbers is done, web search is done, then there is no multiplication tool, let me do it. It will do. Okay. Okay, if you go here, add 2 numbers. No, here there is something. Yeah, you can see here. We have division. Okay, divide by 2 numbers. Yeah, that's fine. Multiplication is not there. Multiplication is not there. So let me run all once. I just running all once. Okay. Now, yeah, you can see here. You can see here. This is the code we have done, and this is a system. Do all the math and do a web search. That is a system math, system tone, and multiply by 4. Then this one. Okay. Now you can see there is a this one. Now let's take this and search it. Now see the tool calls. See the tool calls. It is giving the division. Why I need the division for the current scenario? Okay. Why I need the current? That means so model is hallucinated. Model is hallucinated. That means it's assuming and giving. It's giving the wrong tool. Why it is giving the wrong tool? This is what I want to cover it, because we don't give we did not give proper descriptions. We did not give proper names. That's why we need to follow the best practices. We need to follow the best practices. What are all the best practices? We will understand. What are all the best practices? We will understand. What are all the best practices? We will understand. But yeah, so this is also one scenario you need to focus. Then it is a guided wrong tool. That tool got executed and kept in the tool messages, and finally going to the model. Now observe the model response. Observe the model response. In the model response, again, let's observe the tool calls. No tool calls. If no tool calls, that means we are good. No more execution. If no tool calls, no more execution. If no more execution, then we are trying to display the results. That results is nothing but this content, right? That results is nothing but this content, yeah. Okay, so sum is done, multiplied by 4, and results. You can see results 16.5 is coming. Multiplied by 4. It should be divided by 4. The ask is why human message is like that. Let's see the human message. Okay, I think there is a wrong tone. This is the one, right? Yes. Let's use here. Let's say I'll use here 5. Let's see whether it is considering correctly. Okay. Now you can see here divide by 5. Okay, it's going, but it is suggesting multiply is nothing but division. That means it's wrongly calculated. That should not be. That's why we need to follow the proper tool conventions. As it's not there, so we are getting like that. It's okay. Now, that is also kind of a learning. So that's why in our notes also, after this exercise, immediately we have what are the best practices needs to follow. Otherwise, it will give wrong tools. Okay, that is what important. So right now it is giving wrong tool, which is not expected. Okay, if you give all correct, then it will do correctly. Okay, fine. Now let's come back here. So that's how it is. Then finally you can display the results. Finally you can display the results. How to display the results? The final results. Okay, the final results is available in the last message, right? Final results is available in the last message. So therefore display the final results. Display the final results. How do I display the final results? It is there in the last message. So dot content, sorry. So in this content messages, right? So let me copy this once. The last one is the one which is having the results. So I am just copying that once. So AI messages in that content, in the content, in the content, okay, in the content, these are all messages, yeah. Okay, messages, content. And last one means -1. So you can count it 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Like that you can do it. RRRS. Okay, in that messages, messages of 5 you can say. This is like array, right? 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. Dot content. Okay, execute it. Now you can see you are getting the results. Execute it, you are getting the results. 13.2. Okay, or you can also say -1. -1 means always last one. So you can see. Obviously, right? This is the results. Why this is the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I put 6, why it is given incorrect information? Yeah, now it is correct. So you can say 6 or -1. 6 or -1. -1 refers always last one. -1 always refers the last one. You can see that is the one. So you are passing this and you are getting the sum of 66 and multiplied by 5. Actually it is doing the division because it's given the tool as division 13.2. Then your query is having tell about ChennaReddyTraining. That is also given here. That is also given here. Okay, let's say I want to display in the proper formatting. Okay, so display in proper formatting. display in proper formatted text. To display in proper formatted text, we can use Python's Markdown. So therefore, I am trying to import. So this is one more learning, Python's dot display import. There is something called Markdown, and you can say Markdown of what? Markdown of this one. Markdown of this one. Like this, you can say and execute it. Now you can see it is displaying the results in the proper formatted. It is displaying the results in the proper formatted. It is displaying the results in the proper formatted. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. That's it. That's it. That's it. Like this, you can do it. Now let's say I want to know what are all the tool calls. Okay. Find what all the tool calls. How do I find out? Now, if you come to this one, this is our message. This is the AI response. AI response will have the tool calls, right? So that means this is a 0, this is a 1. In the 1, we have the tool calls. That's why what you can do is that, so RRRS response of messages of 1 dot tool calls. It will give you the tool calls. You can see it is a model is suggesting add to web search. Model is suggesting add to web search. Like this, you can access whatever you want. Like this, you can access whatever you want. Okay. Then there is a tool message, right? Now tool message content. Tool message content I want to see. If you see tool message content is what your query, then so on so. That also can display. So let's say I want to see this one. This is first one is 0, 0 index, first index, second index, third index. You can also go here. Like this, you can keep doing. So display tool message. How do I do this? Okay, RRRS. And which one I want to display? This one. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 of what? From that, I want to display the content. And execute it. Now you can see you got the content. Okay, so you got the content. Like this, you can see what all it is available. Now I want to see what are the tool calls in this. What are the tool calls in this? This is nothing but what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 tool calls, right? Tool calls of 4. So it is suggesting some tool call, right? Let's see. Execute it. So you see, you can see it is suggesting the division. That's why division got executed. Now change the prompt a little bit. So if we change the prompt, so instead of multiple, let's say divide by 5. Now you can see I just executed. I'm just executing again. Now you can see okay, so now you can see messages got changed. Okay, so this is what the message which we sent, and this is the AI response. Now if you see the AI response tools, let's display the AI response tools. Okay, so this is the 0th index, this is the first index. If you see the AI response tools, you can see here it is suggesting add. It is suggesting add. Then it is suggesting web search. So add is done, web search is done. Add is done, web search is done. Now we got the response immediately. That means who has done the division? Model has done the division. Who has done the division? Model has done the division. Why? Why my tool is not considered? My tool is not considered? Because it's time to give the proper namings, proper descriptions. If there is no proper naming, if there is no proper description, okay, if there is no proper naming, if there is no proper description, so you can see description. If there is no proper naming, proper description, model may not identify correct tools. Model can misguide us. These are the proofs for it. Model can misguide it. Model can give all this information. That's it. That's it. That's it. So this is how it is executing. So therefore, in a simple word, we can understand these messages now. Okay, if you want to understand these messages, what are all these? Okay, first one, human message means the one whatever we sent. This is the based on the human message. This is the AI response. Then these are the tool calls. These are the tool calls. Once the tool calls are done, there is a request to the model. That is the one it is responding. That is the one it is responding. So here in this case, how many tool calls are there? Two. How many model calls are there? Two. How many tool calls? How many model calls? Two. That's it. Like this, you can use the create agent and invoke the model, and all the loop logic, whatever we have done in the scenario 2 and scenario 3 is taken care. All the loop logic, whatever we have done in the scenario 2 and scenario 3 is taken care. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. Now let's come back to the nodes and once see. Let's come back to the nodes once and see. Scenario 4, right? Yeah, scenario 4. As I said, in case of scenario 2 and 3, we done the work manually. Instead of we done the work manually, we can automate it by using create agent. By using create agent. Now let's see the flow of it. Now let's see the flow of it. Yeah, this is the one. Let's see the flow of it. This is the one, right? Okay, all right. Now you can see it's a very straightforward like before. So this is what our entire code. This is what our entire code. In that code, there is a agent invoke, right? So you can see, okay. So agent invoke. Okay. Once agent is invoked, now you can see that is considering my user prompt, tools, system messages. It is considering everything. The agent is considering. That means LangChain is considering what is the system prompt, what is the user prompt, what are the tools. Okay. Then send a request to the models. Send a request to the, or it is creating the request with that information. And invoke the model. Invoke the model. Now, based on the user prompt, model understands, okay, what to do. Okay, do I need to call the tools? Okay, if tools, what are the tools? Okay, if tools, what are the tools? Okay, then it is returning the tool list. You can see it is returning the tool list. You can see the numberings after 8, 9. Okay, then those tools got executed. You can see first addition got executed, then web search got executed. Once the tool got executed, that results kept in the tool messages. That results kept in the tool messages. Like this, all the tools got executed. Once all tool got executed, then once all tool got executed, now you can see 9th is completed, 10th. Where is the 10th? Yeah. Okay, so after 9, once tools got executed, you can see request should be going to the model. Request is going to the models. Yeah, you can see. Okay. Now, model will understand and and decide, do we need further tools? If further tools, it will suggest it. Now, web search, all these things are done. Okay, all these things are done. Then finally, you are getting the response in the AI message. That is the one we are using to display it. So therefore, human message, AI message, tool messages, like this, you have n number of things coming into the picture. And you can also see right side. So there is a tool execution. First one is addition. Next one is web search. First one is addition. Third one, next one is web search. Like this. For web search, we are using Tavily API, which is giving the results. That results again we are using back to the front end. Like this, you have the different scenarios consider and execution. Different scenarios consider and execution. These are available in the notes. You can see. Okay, that's it. Now, if you come down, okay, this is the code for it. And this is what I explained, right? You can see there is a messages, all these things. So this is the one coming from user. This is the coming from AI model. This is the tool. This is the tool. This is the again final response. Like that you need to understand. Like that you need to understand. That's it. Then number of calls. How many LLM calls? How many Tavily calls, web service calls, tool calls, Python calls, like that. Okay, that's it. Then there is one more thing here. So you can also see this kind of comparisons, please. Okay, so if you see the scenario one, model is doing everything. If you see the scenario two, tools are doing everything. That means math work done by the models in the scenario one, math work done by the tools in the scenario two, right? Then in that case, why to use custom tools? For that, I already discussed this. Why to use custom tools? Because you just now also we observed, right? Model is not returning proper. Model will not guarantee everything. So that's why. So you can see deterministic output, then custom tools, external APIs, custom tools, access database, custom tools, company data, custom tools, execute Python code, custom tools, perform some business logic, custom tools, some audition is required, custom tools, reusability is required, custom tools. So that's why we write lots of custom tools in the real time. That's why we write lots of custom tools in the real time. That's why we write lots of custom tools in the real time. That like this, you need to observe these internal screenshots also. Okay, so scenario one is what all the tools are, all the work is done by the models. That means all the math work. Scenario two is all the math work done by the tools. Scenario three is how to use the external tools. Okay, like a web search, like a ChennaReddyTraining. Then scenario 4 is what? In case of scenario 2 and scenario 3, we have done lots of custom logic which we can avoid it by automating agent creation. That is the thing which we practiced. That is the one which we practiced, and these are all the different executions diagrams. I think we can stop here. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Else, we'll continue in the next session. Thank you.